Welcome back to the Five Dirty Bikers podcast. Presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for custom windshields and fairings for your motorcycle. And Wild Ass Seats, stay in the saddle longer and in total comfort no matter your butt or budget.
Yeah, no, that thing came back, it's beat up bad. But I give him credit, dude. That motherfucker rode that thing 3,700 miles.
God
That's
damn,
pretty
man.
impressive.
Without, just out of the blue. I mean, his truck was loaded. And the night before we left, he called me and he goes, I think I'm going to ride that bike. And I said, dude, you're fucking nuts. You won't make it past St. Louis. 3,700 miles he rode that fucking
wow.
So your boy drove his truck then, and then he drove his bike?
Yeah, so I was in my truck with my wife, and Jacob drove his with Sam. And
Yeah.
Jay has a Toyota Troop Carrier that he restored that's badass, that he was taking.
Okay.
And then the night before we were leaving, he called and he goes, dude, I'm thinking about taking the bike. What do you think? And I was like, do you, brother? I mean, it's a lot, you know? And he did it. He jumped
I
on
saw how
that fucker.
packed down it was. He did that the night he packed that bike down like that the night before.
The day that we left, he showed up with all of his stuff and packed his thing. I mean, he looked like Lamont from Sanford and Son.
This bike looked like
I
that.
mean, it was so loaded, dude.
It looked like that.
Look like the Clampets.
No, and he takes off with shorts and Gucci sandals on.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Know what I
jeez.
mean?
That's what he was wearing?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Wow.
it was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. Hats off to him, dude. By the end of the first day, he had dropped the bike like 4 times, knocked the fucking panniard off of it, broke his visor on his helmet and had ski goggles on the outside of him, and just kept going, dude. Just never stopped.
Is that was and you guys weren't even to Colorado when all that happened?
No, that was just trying to make it to Kansas. Trying to make it to Kansas,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
All that happened.
Oh shit.
That's insane.
Man.
But yeah,
Did he ride in shorts a lot?
dude, he broke every stereotype there is to motorcycling.
Straight squid.
Yeah, he broke every stereotype there is. I mean, the way he was loaded, the stuff that he was doing, nothing was the way it was supposed to be. But he did it. He rode that thing 3,700 miles in,
God
in
damn.
10 days.
3,700 miles in 10 days and did everything you could wrong.
Everything. Everything.
Well,
Damn.
there you go. That proves it. You don't need gear. Fuck, you don't even need pants.
You don't even
Or
need,
shoes.
you just need what were they? They were Gucci Crocs.
Oh my god.
God.
And he that's the way he dressed the whole time.
Pretty much. There was a couple. Now, at one point, I had to give him a long sleeve shirt because he was so sunburned. I mean, he was peeling and just sunburned, and he never replaced his visor, so his nose was just a big blister because it was hanging out from underneath those ski goggles.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So
But
he rode
dude-
that bike all loaded down like that through all those mountain passes and everything.
Yeah, so about halfway through, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to have to load some of this stuff in the trucks because he's too loaded for some of this stuff that we're doing. I mean,
Right.
it's not that it's technical out there, it's just fucking high. And the consequences are big if you go off the side of the road. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
they
big
are.
fucking consequence, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they are. Yeah.
So, yeah, we took some of the load off of him.
Yeah. I think that's probably a pretty accurate assessment of our time out there, that none of the roads were, I mean, we went in a couple roads where there were switchbacks, but most of the roads were just really nice curvy roads, not super technical, not switching back on each other. We had one road in one day that had a couple roads that were like that, but for the most part, they weren't too bad.
Well, every place we went, we took mountain passes. So we were mostly off-road the entire time. We were either on gravel or dirt the whole time.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, good for Jay, man. I mean, that's
Right
if you
there.
guys were off roading that much, 3,700 miles. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I mean, some of the places that we went were only like 50 miles away, but it took 4 hours to get there.
Yeah.
because you're going over these passes. And the biggest problem that he was running up on was speed and trying to keep the bike upright because you just,
Right. Because he was going too slow to keep the bike upright.
Yeah. But it was impressive, dude. Hats off to him. I mean, it's son of a bitch. I mean,
so did you
never
guys have to
complained.
get out and like help him pick up the bike every time too?
There was
or?
a couple times. So, the first day it was chaos. I mean, we stopped he stopped at the gas station, forgot to turn the bike off. He turned the engine off, and ran his battery down. So we had to
man.
you know what I mean? And then, he knocks the panniard off. Then he drops it a couple times. And it was I was like, oh, my God, we're never going to make it. But once when he got everything ironed out, we were off to the races. Those Gucci shoes are amazing. No,
Did he have any
cool.
issues with finding gas and everything where he needed to?
No, we did he strapped on a 2-gallon gas can with a bungee cord that was blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
As he was going down the expressway, because when we were going across Kansas, he was a little concerned. I've never been somewhere where the GPS basically went veer left in 525 miles. I've never encountered that before. Usually it's drive 120 or 200, but
Yeah.
we pulled out at Topeka and it said you're going to veer slight left in 525 miles. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, we had that in Wyoming. We saw a sign that said next stop 143 miles. So we were like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, we better get gas.
Yeah, you better stop and get gas. But yeah, it was cool though, man. It was a cool trip. It was the only trip that I've ever went on where there was zero plan. We woke up every morning and opened up the map and went, where are we going today?
Nice.
We had no idea where we were going or where we were staying every day.
Nice.
But it was pretty cool, yeah.
Did you ever run into any spots where the campgrounds were full and you had to like?
No, not because most of the places where we stayed was what they call boondocking spots. There wasn't a campground.
Yeah.
Sure.
We found these spots in the mountains that you could, anybody could stay at. So
And
we
was
went
it
a
free to
couple of them.
was it free to boondock?
Yeah,
in
it's
those
free.
places?
It's absolutely free. So there was sometimes you'd get up there and there were people everywhere because they're free.
Sure.
But if you went back far enough to where the RVs couldn't make it, you're always in good shape because the RVs can only go so far.
Nice. Just had to shit in a bag, that kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, that was the thing. That was one of the hurdles we had to figure out because I didn't think about that. You know what I mean? Because like around here, you're in the woods,
Right.
and you can duck behind a tree. There, you're on the fucking prairie, like fucking little Laura Ingalls. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no fucking tree.
Right. And you
You
and you
know?
guys, if you were camping above 10,000 feet, you were above some of the vegetation line. So
Yeah, the highest we got was 14,000.
Wow.
sure.
And let me tell you what, at 10,000 feet, you don't want to camp any higher than that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty rough night at 10,000. At least I had a pretty rough night.
Trying to breathe and stuff, trying to sleep.
It's just headaches. Your head hurts, and it really is. It's one of those things when you get winded really easy, and once when you do, you can't. There's
can't
no
catch your breath.
recovery, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm wondering what the world record is for the highest altitude shit taken.
I don't know, dude. I know I got a Cox up there at 12.2. And I think it was in the snow. There was still snow up there.
We got snow line at just under 11,000 feet. We got pictures of Bob and I were standing in the snow at just under 11,000.
Yeah, about
Oh.
about 10.5 or 11 is when we usually started hitting snow.
Yeah. I remember distinctly. I tried to like get down on one knee to take a picture of my bike, and I could barely fucking stand up. And I was like, "We got to get down quick." I'm
God,
like,
dude,
I'm losing air. Nick's over there just chain smoking. I'm like, "How can you even breathe right now?"
I was to say, I jumped out of the truck. I was like, "This is great. Take some pictures." And I ran around the truck, and I was like, "I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack." But no, it was crazy, dude. I've never seen anything like that before, so it was pretty cool.
So do you have another trip out west planned then?
I think we do, man. We were so close to Utah. I mean, literally, when we were in what was it, Ouray? We were in a little place called Ouray, and we were like 2 hours from Utah, and to Moab. Actually, we were 2 hours from Moab, which I think that may be our next one. And we were even looking at maybe going up to the Arctic Ocean, doing that.
Oh, nice.
That'd be cool.
You got to do
Yeah.
Monument Valley too. Monument Valley in Utah is something to behold, from what I've heard. I know. My guys. We're planning on more trips out west. We had a great time in Colorado, and I know Wyoming was beautiful, and so we're gonna spend some time out west. I think coming up here,
Dude,
so.
it's no joke out there.
Yeah, it's for real.
It's no joke. I remember when we got to Colorado City, we were in awe. You know, it was like, oh my God, look at the Rocky Mountains and the Garden of the Gods. And when we came back to Colorado Colorado Springs 7 days later, we were like, this is child's play. We were just dealing with, you know what I mean?
You go up a couple of mountain passes and see a couple of those lakes up at 10,000 feet, and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, we had
So
1,000-foot waterfalls, and
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. And those shelf roads are fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, you were telling me the story about the shelf roads, and I'm like, I'm okay.
Well,
I don't need to do
they're
that.
one truck wide, and literally, it's not a fucking slope. It's a fucking drop off. That's like 400 or 500 feet.
Yeah.
And going up, you're good because you have the right of way. But when you're coming down, you have to get out of people's way so they can
Sure.
pass you. And I mean, dude, it's sketchy as a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. I was fucking nervous. I was shitting peach seeds up there.
You scrape your truck against any mountain sides of mountain walls trying to get out of the way?
Dude, I was, on those, Jay was riding with us. We parked the bike, and he was like, you're going to hit the side of the wall. And I said, it's better than the fucking option on my side here, dude. I was like, I put a little Bondo on this motherfucker. That's not a big deal. I said, if we go off this other side, it's good night. We're in for a big ride.
How'd your wife do in those
She did really well. She did great. And I think that was the cool thing. It's something that everybody enjoyed, so everybody's excited to do it again. So,
That's cool.
I think it surprised everybody, except for me. It cost me a fucking fortune, but besides that, it was good.
Oh, listen to this guy.
Did you pay for the whole
cost me
trip
a
for
fortune.
everyone?
Well, for my family, but I mean, I had two
And they
trucks.
kicked
gotta
you out of
gas
every
up.
room in the house?
Yeah, dude. I had to gas
Yeah.
up 2 trucks, and those fucking things get about 10 miles the gallon.
Well, yeah,
That's
especially
true.
loaded
Especially
down.
Loaded
loaded
down.
up. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then you start going off road and 4-wheel low, you get about 6.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when we went out to Colorado, we got great gas mileage because we were never going over 40 miles an hour. So we come up, Bob's like, this old Evo just got 57 miles to the gallon. I was like, it sure the fuck did.
Shit, we did not. Going across Kansas with that 45-mile-an-hour headwind was no joke.
Welcome to the plains, fucker.
Yeah, man, it was hard on the fucking Toyotas. They were dying.
Yeah. That wins for real when you hit the plains, man.
Dude, I've never seen
What'd you-
anything like that either.
what'd you-
I mean, I was amazed.
What'd you think about that when you got that next turn, slight left, 545
It was
miles?
very unsatisfying,
And you can just let it be that far?
to drive fucking 8 hours to veer to the left. It was.
Fell asleep behind the wheel and you wake up and you're still in a straight line?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. On the way back, though, when we got on that road, I was like, oh, to see a 4-lane expressway again was kind of nice
Right.
because we had been on all those trails and mountain passes and shit the whole time. So to get on a road where you weren't white knuckled and pissing your pants, it was pretty nice. Nice change.
Nice. So, Dave, where are you at right now?
I'm in just south of Pittsburgh,
Okay.
heading out to FDBM, but I'm taking the very long routes.
The long route. So you're
Yeah,
up there
it's
in the
good.
land of excitement. Like 20
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not, yeah, we won't get into that, but
Yeah.
still, a lot of action.
I kind of think we should. A little bit.
No. Yeah, no, I'll
It's
be
a
out of
lot
here.
action.
I'll be out of here tomorrow. So
Nice.
gonna try
So
to
you're
get up
you're taking
very
the
far
long
north.
way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the Triple Nickel in the morning and then end up tomorrow hitting like the northern part of Michigan.
Is
And I'm
that a
actually gonna go
homosexual
across.
whorehouse.
I don't know, no.
Triple
no.
nickel.
Triple nickel.
No, the triple, you haven't heard of the Triple Nickel? Some of our people in the
Triple
Discord
tickle?
will tell you about the
The triple tickle.
but I'm going to stick north. So I'm going north Michigan and then over northern Wisconsin, Minnesota, then through Fargo. And
Stay away
Kinda
from Iowa, dude. I just got.
zigzagging.
I
I'm
just
not
got
doing
some-
Iowa.
I just got some text messages from one of the friends of our podcast and somebody who's been to every meetup. Jay Sherman, he's coming to this one too.
Yeah.
And he said right now there's 102 mile an hour winds just west of Des Moines, Iowa. So
Wow.
102. Is there a storm or is it just
a
fucking
really
winds?
bad storm. I'm sorry, west of Dubuque. 102 mile an hour winds west of Dubuque. Yeah, it's for real. They have a big storm going on there right now.
That's
Wow.
quite a breeze.
That's not going to last a week, is it?
No.
But
It's
that's
not.
quite a breeze to have to deal with.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to hit Iowa on the way back, but yeah, I'm going super far up north and try to, because it looks like it's going to be like in the upper 70s, lower 80s, that far up north
Nice.
until I
they
get to
got
Rapid
some
City. So.
they got some legit shit going through there right now.
Well, check that
I
out.
don't think the heavy stuff's coming down for a few hours yet.
Yeah, that's some straight line winds right there,
It'll be
boy.
all right. I think it'll be fine. No worries.
Yeah, and hopefully the weather's going to be good because the first 2 days I had rain when I left. So I'm hoping I got that out of the way.
Yeah, we had an abrupt shift up here, man. We went from 60-degree days to 90-degree days in the same week. It just went fucking Satan's taint in a hot second.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're in that now too. I think.
Well,
it's
you need
supposed
to
rain
hopefully you get
Wednesday
rid of
and
that
fall.
shit, man, because I'm coming like I don't know how close I'm getting to where you are, but I'm just coming underneath you.
Fargo,
Like
Fargo's about
south,
75 or 80 miles away from me. But when are you going to be through Fargo? Dan?
Should be through Fargo on Friday.
Yeah, it'll be close to 90.
No,
Probably
close to 90 is
in
better
Fargo.
than 98. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean the
It'll
heat
be 80
index, the heat
85 here.
index in Jersey, I think when I was going through there was like 108, 110.
Well, that's because all the assholes there. They raised the temperature by at least 20 degrees.
They must, because it was raining too, so there was no joy in Mudville on that part of the trip.
A lot of musty holes.
Yeah.
New Jersey's full of musty holes.
Musty holes. It's a very warm and damp state. It's terrible. Well, I'll tell you what, just get to 8,000 or 9,000 feet and you'll be at 75 and 40 at night.
Right?
I'll be hitting that on after FTBM because I'm going out to Beartooth Pass. What is that, like 10.5?
10.5.
for sure.
Is that like 10.5? Yeah.
Well, extended
Looking
forecast for
forward to that.
Whitewood's looking pretty good. It's looking a little sketchy here when we leave.
We got
Yeah,
Just
just
have to
gotta-
see.
Just got to
have to
roll on the throttle and gut it out, man. You know.
Yep.
I'd say you'd get some of those Gucci Crocs, dude.
Wear your
Motherfuckers
feet
don't
out.
hold water.
I'm just gonna get the whole J fashion wardrobe.
they
It looks
drain
like
out.
There
right,
you
man.
go.
Yeah, give me the Gucci, all the Gucci you can.
But he had his helmet on, right? Because he's got a
He
full
did. He had
face.
his helmet, but no visor because he broke the visor.
It was busted.
That's so funny.
But I will. This is the most. I didn't get a picture of this, but I should have. So we were camping, and the whole time he's sweating bears. You know what I mean? Because bears are a legit fucking concern out there. You know, so the whole time he's like, cook away from the camp, piss away from the camp, don't, move the food over there. So there's one night he's like, I'm sleeping in my hammock. So he strings up this fucking hammock. He gets hammered on these fucking pre-made drinks that my wife brought, right? I wake up the next morning, his fucking hammock collapsed midnight, sometime in the night. So he's laid up on the ground, wrapped up in a fucking hammock with fruit snacks and cashews stuck to his forehead.
Oh my God.
He left a trail of fruit snacks from the campfire all the way to his helmet and made himself a human burrito charcuterie board.
He looked like a bear snack just waiting.
He did, dude. He was a human burrito. I mean, he was tangled up in this fucking hammock, had fruit snacks stuck to his forehead. I was like, what the fuck happened here?
You're like, we're all gonna die because of these
when
things.
you're at that kind of altitude, you don't need too much to get sauce.
No, it got my wife too. They both went down like a sack of potatoes
Really?
that night. Yeah. But yeah, when I woke up and I saw him laying on the ground, his feet were still elevated, but the head portion collapsed, and I guess sometime in the night, and he was just tangled up in it with fruit snacks on his head. I was like, oh my God. He had this fucking some type of fucking down onesie on. This Patagonia down onesie instead of a sleeping bag.
Where are the fucking photos? Where's the evidence?
I know. I should have taken a picture of it, man.
You
I
should
woke
have just
up and I
been
was
snapping
just
pictures like
I was
crazy.
looking at it, and I was like, "What in the fuck
You
happened?"
should have just
here?
done like a YouTube live or something.
I know it.
Look at this human burrito motherfucker.
But I will say, he woke up and fucking took some aspirins and jumped on that bike and went at it again that day.
Damn.
Where are my Gucci's?
Was he still in his onesie the next day when he was riding?
No, but I got to find a picture. It was like a Patagonia onesie, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's a down wearable sleeping bag or something he had.
What did he go hit up REI for a bunch of shit before the trip?
Oh, yeah. Dude, the shit he had on this bike was amazing.
Well, I saw the tent that he could park his bike in.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. If you
saw
got
that.
45 minutes to set it up. Son of a bitch had more poles in it.
Is it one of
like
those
the Eiffel
tents that
Tower.
has like the garage on the side, like the
Yeah.
Yeah,
where you
so
pull
like
the bike under?
you can pull the bike. It's like a carport. You can pull the bike in
Yeah. I've seen that.
and keep your bike covered. I'd be afraid of the thing falling on me in the middle of the night, actually. But
The motorcycle?
yeah,
Or the
windy.
tent?
the motorcycle in there because you're sleeping like right underneath it.
Got to make sure you're downwind from that. You got to make sure you're upwind from
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I don't have one, but I've seen them too.
That was a
That's
pretty
that's
cool
what
tent.
that's what they tell you when you do those lean-to tents that come off of your bike. You got to be downwind or upwind from it.
Yeah. That was a pretty cool
Not on the
tent. Though. It was
kickstand
big
side.
though.
Nope,
Yeah.
not on the kickstand side. And you got to push it toward that. It's got to be away from the wind. You know what I mean?
That's
That
like a
was fucking
deadfall
classic,
trap waiting to happen, man. That's how they kill like rats and shit out in the woods when they
Yeah.
or squirrels.
Well, didn't Walter had one of those tents because he
Yeah,
used
he
it at
did,
the very
yeah.
first
Yeah.
FDBM.
Yeah,
Didn't the
Chilling out
coyote
there with
run
the
through that or something?
chilling with the coyotes. Out
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
under a full
Yeah.
moon.
For sure.
He's
Full
not
moon
a-
in it?
I was like, I know when he's dead. Walter's dead. He got chewed up by the dogs.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have fucking dealt with the coyotes than Creeper McCreeperson. Who had that?
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad I haven't seen him again.
Well, that's funny. That poor guy. He's going to live in infamy the rest of his life, at least for the MMM. He had a ball though. He impressed the shit out of me riding that thing that whole way.
I don't think I would have done that.
It was a lot. I mean, it would have been different if he rides a lot, but I mean he doesn't. You know
Yeah,
what I
doesn't
mean?
it? It's kind of sporadic, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very sporadic. I mean, he hadn't ridden the thing in probably a year. It's been sitting in the garage, and all of a sudden he's like,
Wow.
"I'm riding it to Colorado," and I was like, "Far out, man."
Were you going out for Italian later, Ryan?
Going out for Italian.
Is that your Steven Seagal look? It's not working.
He's gonna break your face.
Yeah, maybe it is.
It might work if you take off running. You look like you're running for a dick. Because that's what he looks like. There's a dick around the corner.
No, I gotta be somewhat professional at work sometimes.
What?
I said I gotta be somewhat professional at work sometimes.
Is that all it takes? You just put shit in your hair?
now?
Do I have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What? No.
You said you're at work.
Yeah. No. When I'm at work, this is how I wore my hair when I was at work today.
Oh.
Yeah. High and tight.
I wear my hair the same every day.
On your back.
Missing.
Actually, the older you get, the worse it is, man. It even falls off your back. It's like everything's getting thin.
You're like the fly.
I know.
Fell off his head onto his back. Now it fell off his back onto his ass crack.
I know. It's like when you're old and you need the hair to cover shit up, it falls out. I said I could use a little coverage here. You know what I mean? But not anymore.
Need a little bit of warmth.
Yeah.
Getting old. I need some protection.
Fucking skin just lets loose, man. It's like
I need that second sweater to keep me warm.
Yeah, it's like I'm done.
FDBM's coming up quick. I leave next Thursday.
Well,
Yeah,
we were
that's what we were
speaking
talking
the
about with the
future tense. You'll be gone already.
Yeah.
Yeah. You leave next Wednesday, right,
Yep.
Dustin?
Bright and early.
Yeah, we gotta leave. We gotta leave at about 3:15 to meet you guys in South Dakota on Thursday.
gosh.
So, yeah, it's gonna
Fuck
be
that, man.
I
White
can't
Walkers
do
are gonna
that.
be breaking the sound barrier to get down there, and then we're gonna ride in with a bunch of people. I think there's quite a few people that are gonna meet us there. So,
Yeah, I saw on the Discord. Looks like people are going to meet up at the Jay's whatever.
yeah, we
Okay.
Bob and I kind of worked out a route. I should say Bob worked out. I kind of told him what we should do, and so we're going to go 90 for a little ways, and then break off the interstate and take highway and come in north of Sturgis, so we can ride through Sturgis and then into Whitewood that way. You've gone that way, Dave. I know you have.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to not doing 90. Because I've done 90. Every time I've gone out there, so I'm really looking forward to taking that northerly route coming across.
Yeah, little bit different view.
And
of
I'm
it.
going
Yeah,
through Medora, which I'm looking forward to going through Medora. I think that'll be
beautiful
fun.
area out there. Doesn't look like anything like the rest of the state, for sure.
I just have to get to Rapid City before Miss Percy gets there. She's flying in Saturday.
You're gonna have to make some time then.
I'm doing back-to-back 600-mile days for like I think 4 days.
4 in a row. Yeah, that's legit. Right there.
3 or 4 in a row. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fucking around on this trip.
No, you're gonna be a little bit beat up by day 4.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that northerly route across North Dakota is pretty much the same as 90 coming across like Minnesota and South Dakota, right? Just straight.
Yeah,
and flat.
actually, the nice thing about it is the larger cities are set up almost about 100 to 110 miles apart, so they're
Nice.
perfect gas stops. All the like bigger cities. So it
Gucci
works out real
Crocs.
well.
I'm here to tell you. That's all you need. Gucci
I don't know,
Crocs.
man.
They sell them
And
at
a
the Flying J.
Camelback.
And a camelback.
Camelback.
Well, I suppose if it's that hot, you're not going to be pissing all that much. But I can't drink
The
that.
second day, he bought a Camelback and loaded it up with that liquid IV, and he was
Really?
gone. Yeah.
How do you like that liquid IV? I keep hearing
He
a lot
loves
about
it,
that,
man. He had that and
It's
these
good.
fucking hydration tablets. I mean, every time I turned around, he was Operation Hydration. It was amazing.
What's that liquid IV stuff? I don't even know what I've heard about
It's
it too.
like
but I don't know what it
Gatorade, but
is.
it's
Okay.
just a powder. But yeah, he had that
Yeah.
Camelback, man, and he filled that fucker up. And I mean, he was gone.
The liquid IV stuff is good. It's strong.
strong
have to
like
try
what?
it.
Like the flavor is really
Strong
strong.
like bear.
Strong like bear.
Strong like
Yeah,
bull.
strong
So
like
have you guys
bear.
ever used a
Strong like
Camelback?
bull.
Have you guys ever used one of those?
I
Yeah,
use one mountain
not-
biking,
Not
on
for
the
riding
motorcycle.
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
man,
mountain biking, I used to use them all the time, and they were great for mountain biking.
He put that fucker in the freezer at night in the hotel on the way there and froze it and
Nice.
strapped that thing on.
Gucci sandals, camelback.
Dude, I'm telling you what. It was
Did he buy out like everything at REI and off Amazon?
He had a lot of shit.
Yeah.
he had a lot of shit. I mean, he had probably more weight in bungee cords than he did in gear.
Still have rock straps, not bungee cords. Those bungee cords stretch too much. Shit just falls off.
He had a lot of shit going on. But
did he leave anything anywhere? Just like, no, I'm done with it. I don't need this. I'm just gonna throw it away.
No, everything came back. But,
His fender came back?
The half of the fender came back. That got blown off on the way home somehow.
Shit.
We're not sure how that happened.
It just let loose?
Well, I don't know. You know, the stories. They're stories. So I don't know exactly what happened to it. But it broke in half. So, you know.
Oh, man.
I don't know how fenders break in half, but his broke in half. So,
well, if they're plastic, I suppose they do break in half.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, they don't like compress against the wheel or anything because they travel with the wheel. So, what happened to Percy?
He probably just disconnected.
Don't know.
Somebody logged on to Pornhub in this place and picked him up.
Just telling you. He's trying to find the schedule at the Triple Nickels.
He wants that 5 for 5 deal.
That 5 for 5. I hear it's Throat Hug Tuesday over there.
Oh, man.
So what?
That's terrible.
What would you say? What would you say on your trip? What was the best part about it?
I think just not having a plan.
Okay.
I think waking up every day and, you know, we had a blueprint, a loose print of what we wanted to do, but there were mornings that we woke up and we're like, it's going to rain. So we can't do this in the rain because of flash flooding. They won't let you do these trails because of the flash flooding at altitude.
Okay.
So it was like, you know, what do we do? And we opened up the map and we found an alternate place to go.
Okay.
You know, it was
and
really
so was
cool.
Was it just drive every day and then camp? How many hotels did you have? Hotel stays did you have?
When we got to Ouray, we ended up getting a hotel for 2 nights there because everybody was a little tired and smelly. You know what I mean? And Ouray we actually ended up staying 2 days there. It was so cool.
Okay.
So we ended up staying 2 days there. And then from there, we went to Crested Butte, which was amazing too. I wish we had more time there. But yeah, we just kind of bounced around, man. We went to Silverton, Creed, all these cool little old mining towns. I mean, the biggest population we hit was Crested Butte, and it was 2,000.
Nice.
So like Creed was 600, Ouray was 800. I mean, so they were just little mining towns. Pagosa Springs was a big city. We went there for one day, hit the hot springs, which is a little funky. I'll never do that again. It's like semen floating in there.
Semen. It was the Semen Springs.
So it smells like straight ass because of the sulfur.
All right.
And then I guess because of the mineral deposits, because I asked the guy, I was like, this looks like a fucking Pornhub thing. You know, there's fucking more DNA in this thing than I care to look at. And it's like the extra minerals because the water's so mineral rich that they call it something, and it's just white shit floating in the water.
Did you get into it then?
Yeah, man, I got in it and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm surrounded by baby batter. I was like, what the hell's going on here? This thing smells like ass and there's baby batter everywhere.
Toady loves the little children.
Yeah, I was like, I can get pregnant in this motherfucker, man.
How deep was it? I mean, were you like ended up to your neck?
No. So like this was like a hot springs resort that we went to. So they had like different pools and they were all different temperatures. Yeah. So depending on how hot you wanted to go, then if you wanted to, you could get in, I think it was the Rio Grande that it was on. You could get right into the river if you wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah.
That one probably was colder than the rest of them, I would say.
Dude, that was fucking freezing. I mean, it was like 50 degrees or something, that water was.
Oh, sure.
It was fucking freezing. But no, everybody got sick after that. The hot springs fucked everybody up.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think everybody got overheated.
Oh, that would make sense.
Because they tell you to limit your time in there. And of course, what do we do?
Well, you sat in there for an hour.
Yeah. Let's go to the one that's 110. You know what I mean?
And let's sit in here for 2 hours.
Yeah, let's make some ball stew. Gonna make some genital stew here. Yeah, we all left there and we were getting supplies at the local store, and everybody's like, "Man, I feel sick. What's wrong? I'm dehydrated. How high are we? What's the elevation?"
Oh my God.
And so how were the meals? Were you just like Chef Boyardee up in that bitch, just cooking up everything?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We were honestly, dude, I was a little nervous to get too crazy because literally bears are a fucking real deal.
Did you see any bears?
We did not. We saw moose and elk.
Okay.
But, at first, I mean, I think Jay just had everybody paranoid about the bears.
He sure did.
Yeah, he had everybody paranoid about
Were you
bears.
packing?
Fuck yeah, I was packing. I had a 10 millimeter with me. I was ready to roll, son.
What size was the gun?
I was ready to roll. I'm here to tell you.
One was shooting blanks and one was that have live rounds.
Yeah, live rounds.
This one just got some of those warning bullets.
No, I was packing big caliper up there. You don't want to piss it off.
So
you
you
know
didn't.
what I mean?
You didn't get too fancy with your foodstuffs then?
No, not really. I mean, we had fajitas and shit like that. Stuff that was kind of easy to do.
Ramen with some reconstituted.
We didn't do ramen.
Beef jerky.
We didn't do any of that. But I mean,
okay.
we didn't cook like a steak or anything.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
We did pastas and fajitas, and breakfast was a big one because we were always leaving, so I wasn't worried about the bacon.
So you're just making bacon and pancakes and eggs and just throwing.
Oh, in the morning I was cooking it up, dude. I was like, "Come on, fucking grizzly, come on, we're out."
Just throwing the bacon grease right on the rocks when you're on your way out.
Yeah, it's just fucking here it is. I'll leave a piece for you.
Nobody wants this bacon. Here you go.
Here you go.
We couldn't figure that out. Actually, we were driving up through one of the passes on a Sunday, and it was like we were just passing all of these trailers and campers, and then all of a sudden it dawned on us, we're like, oh shit, it's checkout time. That's why everybody's leaving. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and we couldn't even pull out of this one place we were supposed to turn at because there were so many campers coming, and then we realized it was probably because it was checkout time.
Yeah, we had just missed it. Everybody was coming when we were leaving because everybody was coming for the 4th.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
We were leaving, so we had zero traffic, but the other lane, not so much.
Guess you timed that right.
Yeah, we did, and I didn't even mean to do that, but because when we were leaving Crested Butte, the people were like, "You're leaving just in time." They go, "We're expecting like 25,000 to roll in for the 4th." And
good Lord!
And that place is one street.
Oh wow! Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not very big, so. You hear that fucking dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that at your house?
Yeah, fucking hound dog, man.
Oh.
That is the barkingest motherfucker. Barking, drooling.
Still alive though, huh?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking everything a bad dog. He's it. I mean, they're not lying about hound dogs. They're a pain in the ass.
Our dog would be friends with yours.
Oh, we have slobber balls head high on the walls.
Gross.
From where he shakes his head and just big fucking wads of slob.
No thanks.
It's like Turner and Hooch.
It is. It's just so fucking gnarly, man.
So you didn't bring him on your momentous road trip?
Jacob's girlfriend stayed at the house. She was here for like 10 days.
Just took care of the dog?
Yeah, just took care of the dogs. It was closer to her work, so it was a closer drive for her to go to work. So
good for her.
Yeah, she stayed here for like 10 days.
Damn.
Watch the dog. Saved me a shit ton of money.
For sure.
Fuck, they're expensive to house those dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boarding
Even
a
if you
dog's
take your
not
own
cheap at all.
Purina in there, they're still high.
Mm-hmm.
Get that dog some sunshine chunks.
What do they do up by you guys? For here, it's like $25 a day, is what they charge up here for.
Yeah, it's
boarding a
like
dog.
25 or 30 bucks a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends where you go. And, like, the lady that I usually go to lives outside of town. And so she essentially has, like, decent land and does free range type stuff. And
It probably
she's-
costs more for
she's
you to
the
board those
cheapest.
murder dogs.
No, I think she
You
does
pay
like
extra.
super reasonable pricing. I think it's like 35 a day, and then she gives you a discount with the second dog. So it's like super cheap. The places that are in town, they basically just kennel the dog, and you have to pay extra for like a 10-minute walk. So
Fuck, see, it would have cost me like $800 to board those two dogs. That's way past their limit.
yeah, it's very
Yeah, no.
spendy.
Yeah, it's way. I have a $250 limit because that's what the shot cost.
Oh my god, dude! Seriously, that's wrong.
So if I go to the vet and the
That's
vet's
so
like,
wrong.
it's $300, I'm like, give him the shot, doc. I want to save 50.
That's
Oh
Give
man,
him the shot.
I love my dog.
Give him the
too
shot,
much
Doc.
You're like
for
the fucking
that.
coach in Varsity Blues. Give him the shot.
I got a $250 limit.
Too soon.
Ripley's
Tony,
Ripley's
too
becoming
soon.
an expensive
What?
dog.
That's too soon for me.
Oh, dude. I say that, it's been the running joke because my one dog, the first dog I had, we had to put him to sleep. And I went to the vet and he said, you need to put the dog down. And I was like, well, I'm not putting my dog down. You know what I mean? Fuck you. So
Yeah.
$4,000 later in 5 days, you know what I did?
Put him down.
I put the dog down.
Oh my
So after that
God.
experience, it's always been 250 is the limit, man. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Did you try to save the first dog then? Like you just did medical
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
to try and-
we the vet was like a family member, and I went, and he was honest. He goes, Tony, the dog has cancer. Just put him down. And I was like, Johnny, I'm not putting the fucking dog down. You're wrong. We can do
Yeah.
something. He goes, I'm telling you, just put the dog down. And then I went to another vet, and $4,000 later, put the dog down.
Yeah.
So, and Jeremy had this
crazy,
fucking
though, 'cause-
dog.
Yeah.
What were you
Oh,
saying?
sometimes it's crazy though because some dogs they can have something like that, like cancer or whatever, and they're like perfectly fine for like 10 more years.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's
he
like-
did not. He went down pretty quick. But
Yeah.
Jeremy had that fucking Turner and Hooch dog that kept eating fucking toys. And it was $2,500 a pop to have these things removed
Yep.
after he
Yeah.
ate them. And like the third one, I looked at Jeremy and I said, there'd be a grave in the backyard. It says, here lies Hank with a G.I.
Why
Joe in
didn't he
his
get
ass.
insurance?
I was like, it's over for me at $7,500.
G.I. Joe.
We have
Yeah, we-
insurance on Ripley. After we did that surgery, I was like, fucking buying this shit right now because if he eats anything, we cannot afford this.
Well, he would have had a G.I.
He's
Joe
been
in his
sick
ass
this week, so
laying
Get the
there,
shot
third
ready.
timer.
no, I love the little guy way too much. I
$250, give him the
can't-
shot.
I can't. No.
Is that the murder dog?
There it is.
No. Lilu's the one that hunts and kills.
Yeah.
Ripley's just the sweet little idiot dog. He just runs around. He's just so happy all the time.
I don't know why people do it to themselves with these fucking dogs. They're a nightmare.
I love my dogs.
I
have to
do
fucking
too, and that's the
groom them.
problem. I make all these jokes, but the thing is, it's fucking heartbreaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you do it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I was driving around
You just
on
keep
Saturday.
doing it to yourself. It's like, no, let's get another one.
Saturday, I took him to the vet because for like 2 days, he was vomiting all of his meals. Like he was playing, he was fine, but then every time he ate, he would just puke it all up immediately. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I'm driving around waiting for the vet to call back, and you're just like ready to cry because you're like, oh my God, what if I have to put him down? If he's just gonna,
see, it's not worth it. You know what? It's like if I slam my dick in the door, I'm never going to do it again because it hurts. But I'll go buy another dog.
Yeah, every time.
I don't get it. You never learn your lesson. It's like, oh, we'll just go get another one. It'll be better this time.
It just make you smile. Can't help
Not
it.
ours.
Yeah,
You need a different dog. Is what you need.
I just need no dog. I just want to be pet free.
I know. Yeah, I know. I say it every time. Every time,
Yeah, but you're the one that picked out this dog.
Tony,
No,
is Gus still
he
kicking
did,
it?
Yeah, Doug's the best dog
Doug.
ever, man. We don't even know
Dougie's
here.
amazing, man. I love that dog.
We don't even know he's here. That fucking hound dog, on the other hand, god damn.
Well, you picked the absolute wrong thing. He's gonna be loud as shit all the time.
Oh,
Doug didn't go over and just fucking smack that dog around or anything yet?
no, man. Doug just lays there and it's like, this motherfucker. He's like, my life was good before this cocksucker showed up. This little no-leg motherfucker running around here. His loose lips.
Oh, Jesus.
That sounds terrible.
We had his nuts popped out, dude. That's the most sad thing back there I've ever seen in my life now. He left with a fucking pair of hangers, came back with just a flap.
Yeah. Has it shrunk up yet, or is it still flappy?
Oh, it's so flappy.
Still?
I mean, it looks like a dollar whore on nickel night back there.
It's like one of those empty change purses.
It does. Just a straight curtain. Just a skin curtain back there.
That weirded me out so much because Lilu's obviously female, and so I've never fixed a male dog before. And he comes home and you're like, there's still a bag hanging down.
Yeah.
Like, what is? I thought they like snipped it up or something,
No, it's just a.
And then my friend tells me she didn't realize that Ripley was the one there getting his removed that day, and she had walked by and like she's like, man, he had a giant sack of nuts on him.
Dude,
This is great. Okay.
that hound dog was packing heat.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a set on him to be proud of.
Did he just mope around for a while afterwards?
Dude, he came back. He was in such bad shape. I felt so bad. I mean, his legs were shaking. He was so jacked up, man. He's
Ripley
like,
was so
"Motherfuckers."
messed up too. He was like, he just didn't know what to do with himself. He just kept.
I wouldn't either. You leave
he's
the
like-
house with a good set of nuts and come back with nothing.
Come back in your
Well,
wallet.
they're just so doped out on the medication that he just was like trying to walk around and would just like fall asleep and lay down. And
That wasn't the medication. That was
No,
the
that wasn't
realization
the
that
medication.
his
That
nuts were taken.
Mental
Life is
despair.
over now.
the gabapentin.
That was mental
Just killed half the
despair.
dog. Just got rid of everything he had to live for.
He's fine.
Dogs bark and bang things, and then you just cut off his balls. Now he can't bang anything.
Now he just
anymore,
barks.
so- now he just barks.
He doesn't
Now
bark
he
a
just
bunch.
barks.
He barks more than Lilu.
Poor little fella.
Oh man,
Just the empty sack.
shit.
You know, you can get nudicles.
What? They just put balls in their place?
Yeah,
or
they
what?
put fake ones in there, man.
Why would you do that? The ball sack will shrink up. It just takes a little bit.
Just
Just
if
makes
there's
the
something
dog.
in it.
Just gives the dog something to lick.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta guess. It's just so bad.
Just remind
It'll
him what
shrink
was.
up and you'll never think about it again.
It's like fucking Harry Potter. It's like a magic trick. I went there
That's
and
Yeah.
you can get them replaced and get bigger ones. It's like a boob job for dogs. You just get bigger balls.
Do
Just
they
big-
clang so you can hear him coming?
Just go be like, hey,
Or
doc,
you just wait until you get past 40.
Oh, gee.
Can you
hey, doc,
imagine
can you
that?
put tennis balls in there?
What is
I
that?
want my-
That's
I want my
nice and
dog to
long.
Oh my God, that'd be horrible.
That re-
No, get
remind
some
me
of
of
those
that.
like
What is
get
it?
some of those like Chinese medicine balls that jingle while you
Yeah, that's
know,
what
when
I'm
you
saying.
when you
Why
Why
work
are you
them in your
making that?
hand.
Why are you making that that motion with your hand, Dave?
That's how you use those
triple
those
nickel,
Chinese-
man.
The triple nickel.
That's how he tickles. That's how he tickles his own balls. to fall
That's the
asleep at
triple
night.
nickel right there. That's the reach around.
Oh my god!
You
I
learned
mean,
that
if you're
in the
going to
military,
juggle them,
Dave?
I mean, let's get it right.
The dog's walking back and forth with fake nuts. It'd be like one of those Newton's cradles where the balls just go like this.
I think Dave had a motion there where he could probably get one clockwise and the other counterclockwise. Now that would be a trick.
Oh shit!
That would be getting it done right there, son.
Well, we're
All right.
about, 45, 50 minutes into this thing.
Yep. So
Tony,
I'm going to give everybody the news, guys. Here's
we got
the
it.
news.
Yeah.
I'm stepping away from the podcast. There's no easy way for me to say this and no gentle way to do it. But this is going to be my last show. And I've talked to everybody here, and that's just, unfortunately, it's just my time to do something else. I've been doing social media now for 10 years, and I think it's time for me to step away from it and focus energy elsewhere. And I mean, that's basically what it's boiled down to. And it sucks, and I know the timing sucks, but unfortunately, I think it's just time for me to do that. It's been a hell of a ride. I'll say that.
God damn it!
Somebody
First the dogs and now this.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, it's been a hell of a ride, and we've been able to do things and talk to people that I never thought I was going to be able to do. But like I said, I've been doing this now. You know, I started social media pretty much YouTube when I was 45, and it's like I woke up yesterday and I'm 55, and I've been doing it for 10 years. And the next 10 years, I'm trying to just simplify things. So, you know, the podcast, while I love doing it, it's a lot of work offline. So I'm just trying to free everything up. I work a shit ton of hours and then combined with this. So I'm just lightening everything up. I'm cutting back hours at work. I've deleted all the social media except for Instagram. And I'm just simplifying. And gonna spend a little bit more time, you know, doing stuff for me. I guess that would be the easiest way without sounding, you know, like a dick or hypocrite or something. Social media has been great. I've had a lot of fun with it. Don't get me wrong. It's taken, like I said, I've done a lot of cool things with it, but I think it's time to step away from it, at least for a little while.
Well, nobody
That's good,
knows.
man. I mean, you've got to make a decision, right, to focus on yourself and your family and right now, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'll tell you what, the Colorado trip was kind of the tipping point, because when we first got there, I was more worried about taking pictures for Instagram than the people that were with me and the stuff that I was around. And I was
That's
like, you know
good.
what, that's a problem.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not good.
yeah, dude, you can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
when we go out to Whitewood, I don't want to have my phone and shit out all the time. I just want to enjoy the time out there. Of course, I'm going to take pictures like Rushmore because
Well, yeah. I mean,
I've
you want to
got
take
empty
pictures.
frames there, but behind me of stuff that I want to put in them instead of just spending the whole time making videos. It's going to ruin the good time.
Yeah, no. And that was like the first night we were out there, my wife and I, and the only person that wasn't on their phones was Jay. And you know why? Because he doesn't have any social media whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was on their phones taking selfies and posting and this and that. And I looked over and Jay was just sitting in the chair looking at the view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I think that's what I need to do.
I get it.
We all use our stuff, our devices, way too much anyways. It's hard to set it down.
Yeah, I want to be present with the people that I'm with and the places that I'm at moving forward. And I think stepping away from social media is gonna help do that. So that was
It
kind of
will.
where I'm at in my decision making. And it sucks. And this was a hard decision, guys. It wasn't easy for me. So, and I'm not
Yeah.
going anywhere. If you guys ever need me to fill in or whatever, I'm always here. And all you guys people that listen and we talk, I mean, you have my phone number and I'm still on Instagram. So DM, you can text me. I'm not vanishing, but I am going to step away.
Well, I mean, I respect your decision to do that, and it's been, like you said, I have to reiterate, it's been a hell of a ride. I mean,
hell of a ride, dude. A lot more than I thought it was ever going to be when we first started.
Yeah,
and I hope you guys keep going and take it places even further than this.
It's yeah. I mean, it's exciting for. I'm excited for you and your next phase in your journey, and I get it. I mean, I kind of made a similar decision with my professional life a year ago, that I just needed to focus my direction and my attention a little bit differently, and I needed to honor my value a little bit differently from a professional standpoint. So I completely understand where you're at, for sure.
I just want to be a little bit more present. You know, like I said, I started 10 years ago. My kids were 8, 10, and 14. Now they're 18, 20, and 24. And it was like yesterday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the next 10 years, I want to be a little bit more present and around. Not that I wasn't before, but I don't want things to hold me back from doing other things with them and my family. So, yeah, it's kind of just where I'm at. So that's the best way I can explain it, I guess, without getting too fucking deep and sappy. You know, I'm a Gen Xer. Fuck your feelings.
Well, I mean, when you step back and look, we've been doing this 5.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5.5 years.
Almost 6 come. Is it 6 come August?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll be in the
Dude,
6th season.
you've been here since the beginning.
Yeah. Well, so have you and Ryan.
Well, I know.
we've done it
That's
every week.
Yeah.
For almost 6 years. I mean, that's impressive in my book. That's an accomplishment.
And I know we've had lineup changes and everything, but like for me, like I respect your decision as much as anybody here, but this one hits the hardest, dude. I'm not trying to be sappy. I'm just trying to tell you.
No, I agree, dude. Like I said, it wasn't an easy decision for me because you all have become, you know, some of my best friends. I mean, that's what happens when you talk to somebody every day for 5.5 years. And I mean, you guys just get ready because there's going to be a text thread. It may not be the one that we're used to, but there's going to be one with all you all in it. Y'all are just going to have to hear from me. You know what I mean? But no, it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. It sucks, but you know, I've had to quit a few things in my life. You know what I mean? And I can't just dip my toe and think I'm going to do it. I have to do it. You know what I mean? I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for you. I mean, I went through the exact same thing. You know,
No.
that's what my YouTube channel came about after I went through that and made that decision. And oddly enough, I think I was the same age.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
it's the 55
there's something
thing or
about
whatever.
that double nickels, dude.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, you
it's not
you
triple nickels now.
No,
I'm
it's not
talking
triple
double nickels.
But you've got to make, you know, at some point, I think everybody has to make a decision, right? I mean, what are you living your life for right now? And then how do you prioritize things to make sure that you're doing that? You know? That's
I
just
agree.
a natural thing.
And decades go by very quick these days.
They go
man.
by real quick, dude.
They go by really quick. And I think I was telling Ryan, it's like I want to do some things and I want to do it before I'm too old to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound down and out, but I mean, that's a reality. I mean, in 15 years, I'll be 70 years old. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
and that'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some things that I want to accomplish and I want to do. And I'm going to just simplify my life so I have the time and the ability to do it.
Shit, you guys have all been joking about it forever. I mean, we talk about everything goes downhill after 40. Well,
your warranty's up at 40. The warranty's up at 40. We've outlived our warranty. Most of us.
Oh yeah, my massage therapist. She's like, these like next 5 or 6 years are the best ones you're gonna have. So you better fucking go all in and do what you want.
Yeah. See, I completely disagree with that. I think that when people are talking, you know, about that stuff, everybody's full of shit. Because to be honest with you, the best years that you've got are probably the years where you think it's all over.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't. I mean, and I know Tony. I know you get. You know, you and I've talked about this before. I mean, right now is the time to live.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
and you really need to do.
You're running out of decades, is where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and you know, yeah. I mean, shit hurts. My back hurts. My knees hurt more than they did before, or whatever. But I'm, you know, somebody was talking to me a few weeks ago about me retiring early. And one of the things that they were talking about was, you know, you're in your prime. Think of all the money that you're leaving on the table. I said, you know, my concern isn't that. My concern is how much life I would be leaving on the table if I didn't focus on what I want to over the next 10 or 15
There's too many
years.
people that think you have to work your whole life and then have 10 years to enjoy what you have left. Can't live to work.
No,
Fuck that
you can't.
noise.
You
Nope.
can't.
I can't stand workaholics. It's just
Everybody, like I said, I need to slow down.
I was really glad to hear when you said it, Tony, that you're cutting back the amount that you're working. That was because I know what the last 2 years have been like for you.
Dude, I worked a lot of hours, and I mean, my it's hard hours, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm cutting back. But with that being said, Ryan, I am sending you all are going to have to do the glory holes at FDBM. So there's going to be a slight questionnaire that people are going to have to fill out. You know what I mean? And then there's an equation to determine the circumference of the hole that you're going to need. So Kim Moto is going to need to be the fluffer. Because you have to get the diameter of the meat slug to start the whole thing out with.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a good way. That's a good way to sign that out, isn't it?
Well, I'm just saying you're going to have to do that, and then on a scale of 1 to 10, from just a light touch to soft kisses all the way to the rabbit punch, that's going to determine how big the hole needs to be. So you're going to have to work that out. Because, when you go down to the rabbit punch, you got to deal with sack slap. So you're going to have some clearance for that. You just can't. The hole has to be big enough. So I'm just saying, these are things you have to think about, Ryan.
Ooh,
it's not just so much cut and dry.
So we need to retain Tony as a consultant for glory holes.
Yes, just take the meat slug diameter and times it by 1.25, and that's going to give you your diameter for your soft kisses and your light touches. All right, and then when he's doing the fluffing, what you got to do is get the finger dangle of the sack. So you figure out how many fingers it dangles and times that by 1.50, and then that's going to give you the clearance for sack slap.
This motherfucker's going all in. Just going all in.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, there's things you got to think about here. And I thought I'd leave you all with a little glory hole knowledge.
Well, thank you about that. We appreciate
You're welcome. But it all comes down to the meat slug diameter, Ryan. So Kim Moto has to step up to the plate and allow for expansion and contraction and blood flow. So... that thing.
Did you write all this down?
Change.
You wrote this down. You've been thinking about this for
He's an expert, man. He's an expert.
On a roll, dude.
Shit, dude.
Oh God.
I'll send the equation. It's MX times 0.25. And then the finger dangle, the FD times 0.50.
Yeah.
And that's going to determine your S squared, which is your sack slap.
That sounds good.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, measure twice, cut once. And then for the middle of the road, you just need it big enough to lay the balls through. So they get to the other side. It kind of just locks you in.
Well, I'll send you the bill from Whitewood for the number of holes.
Shit, they should pay you. For every hole that's
make
installed.
A fortune at the rally.
They will make a fortune. Someone's going to make a fortune. Somebody on the other side of the wall is going to be getting paid.
Somebody. And don't forget the chapstick station on the other side.
Somebody's going to get their wallet filled. Somebody's going to get something else filled.
Yeah. Well, we can do a glory hole on one wall and the rub and tug on the other wall.
The rub and tug,
man.
and there's a lot of thought that goes into a proper suck station. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That might be too much for you too.
Proper
Oh my
suck
God.
station. Though.
Yeah.
Tony, don't leave the fucking show, dude.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of thought that goes into it. You might need a misting fan. Who knows?
Oh.
Oh God.
Well, man, it's been a fun ride.
It has been. It has been.
It's been a fun ride.
And
So-
I appreciate the last 5.5 years.
As do we, man, for sure.
Are you following the 5 Dirty Bikers on social media? Find us on Facebook and look us up on Instagram and TikTok at 5 Dirty Bikers.